Hello everybody, my name is Chris Crater. I'm a 2013 graduate of Arkansas State University with a Master's in Communication Studies. I'm currently a teacher on the south side of Chicago, Inglewood neighborhood. And for the last 13 years, from 8th grade all the way through grad school, I've dedicated every summer to giving back to inner city Chicago via the DOOR program. When I tell you about my life, it's really quite simple. Growing up in poverty, single parent household, and obviously having to deal with violence, those are three things that can definitely shape the imagery of the neighborhood. Fortunately, in 2003, the DOOR program came to Chicago, to the East Garfield Park neighborhood, and it changed my life forever. Now, when the DOOR program first came, I'm not gonna lie to you, we had a few issues seeing that people from our neighborhood had never seen different cultures come from other places to wanna make a difference. So of course, me being in the middle, I had to step up on the front lines and to serve as a leader. Now at the beginning, people were laughing at me. I'm walking around with different cultures of people through this neighborhood. People didn't understand what was going on. But by the end of the summer, people were not just asking about where we were meeting up, but they were trying to help and ultimately get an understanding of the DOOR program, which led to a lot of other DOOR staff coming after me. The late, great Brenda Matthews once said that Jesus was not too fond of the church, simply because the church kept kicking him out. So a lot of the great deeds he did wasn't done from the VIP section. He had to go to the streets. He had to talk to people that people have written off. He had to give of himself unconditionally. And that's simply what I have done. Every summer, I have dedicated my life to going to food banks, to going to soup kitchens, and to not so much being willing to just give or to help, but to be helped, to give of myself unconditionally, and to ultimately step outside of the box to promote change. As a 13-year-old working with the DOOR program, it was very evident at a young age. Either I had to be a leader early, or either I had to give the job up. Not only was my staff only all college, but also a lot of the participants were a year or two older than me as well. So it's quite kind of hard to imagine taking orders from a 13-year-old. So some of the best practices that I always try to employ is simply being relentless in whatever I do. For one, being on time is to be early. Second thing I always like to do is to make sure that we have an educational understanding of what's going on, not only in our society, but before we go to our work site. So given the educational piece too, it's great to do the service, but it's even greater to know the history that goes behind it. Also, but most importantly to me, number 3, all right, giving attention and time. All right, being able to know that a lot of people are watching and to be accountable for that. The fact that we were able to touch so many lives and to do so many great things was simply incredible. Class, I know we had a long day, but I have one more question before the bell rings. What inspires you? Any takers? Mike Taylor.
To be honest, Crater, I don't even got nothing that inspires me. What inspires you?
Funny you should ask that. So last year was my first year teaching high school. And at the end of the school year, I got a call saying that I could recommend one of my students for the DOOR summer. Now, of course, I've been with DOOR for over 10 years. I dedicated every summer to working with soup kitchens and food banks and homeless shelters, so I knew it had to be a special student. This right here is Mike Taylor. Mike Taylor not only completed the DOOR summer, but after he did that, on his 17th birthday, he did 17 random acts of kindness. He went around the city of Chicago and he passed out 17 cheeseburgers to 17 different people. Now I know what you're thinking. From the nutritional standpoint, it probably wasn't the best meal. But the fact that he, on his 17th birthday, wanted to do something for someone else, let me know that DOOR changed his life. That he now sees some of the injustices that have taken over this country, and that he knows that he has to be the change he wishes to see. So Mike Taylor, to be honest, big brother, you inspire me.